International of the United States of America, is the UN Resident Coordinator for India since November 2021. Mr. Shah has devoted more than 25 years of his career to promoting inclusive and sustainable development internationally, bringing experience he has acquired at the United Nations and externally to this new position. And ladies and gentlemen, I have the proud privilege of inviting Mr. Soumya Shah, Head of UN in India, to do the honors of addressing the participants on the opportunities to achieve 2030 Sustainable Development Goals through sustainable tourism. Let's once again put our hands together to welcome.
Honorable Secretary of Tourism, Sri Arvind Singh, Sri Rakesh Kumar Verma, Additional Secretary of Tourism, Sri Rakesh Mathur, President, Responsible Tourism Society of India, and Sri Mandeep Singh, founder of Responsible Tourism Society of India, Sri Ravi Singh, CEO of WWF India, Sri Alok Sharma, Director of IICM, my dear colleague, Sri Atul Badai, Head of UN Environment Program in India, and to all of you here in the room from state government bodies, communities, from the tourism and hospitality industry. It's a great honor to join you today on behalf of the United Nations system in India. Namaskar. मुझे आप सबको मिलकर बहुत अच्छा लगा. It's a great honor to be speaking on this occasion, in particular, World Environment Day. It's a perfect moment to be celebrating this launch of the National Summit on developing sustainable and responsible tourist destinations and responsible traveler campaign. I'd like to thank the Ministry of Tourism, colleagues at the UN Environment Program, at the Responsible Tourism Society of India, as well for organizing and bringing us all together here today. It goes without saying that tourism is a vitally important sector for many countries. And here in India, it's a vitally important sector for the economy and for the Indian global brand, contributing over 9% of GDP. In India, tourism provides nearly 40 million jobs by 2020, some 8% of total employment. And tourism provides millions of visitors, both domestic and international, first-hand opportunity to appreciate the incredible cultural and natural heritage of India, to build bridges, to build friendships, businesses, and foster peace and understanding across borders. As legendary writer and traveler Mark Twain once said, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. He also noted that India is the one land that all desire to see. When the first two UNESCO World Heritage Sites were described in India back in 1983, some 1.3 million foreign tourists arrived in the country that year. Fast forwarding to 2019, just before the pandemic, India already boasted 38 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, with nearly 11 million international tourists arriving each year. A true recognition of the peerless cultural offering and diversity of this amazing and vast country. I've personally had the immense pleasure in my first 2 months here in the country of visiting some of these important sites, from the Ran Ki Vav Tomb Stepwell in Gujarat to the Pink City of Jaipur and more. And something that I've learned very quickly is that in India, every single state has incredible cultural and touristic treasures. For women, for rural communities, for tribal peoples, and for many other historically marginalized populations as well, tourism has supported economic integration, helped empower communities, and transform the value placed on their cultural and natural heritage too. And yet, as we have recognized, few industries have suffered as much from the COVID pandemic as tourism. With human mobility in all of its forms having ground to a halt across the world. Fragile recoveries now from COVID across the world are again threatened, this time by geopolitical turmoil, with war, energy crisis, and inflation putting increasing pressure on travelers' pocketbooks. And all of this comes against the backdrop of the triple planetary crisis: pollution, climate change, biodiversity loss, as was mentioned, threats to many historical monuments, natural sites, and communities that are climate and disaster vulnerable. A business-as-usual recovery, therefore, for this industry would return us to the old days of sharp increases in greenhouse gas emissions, scarce water use, and solid waste burning. We must not rebuild the sector in that way. We must rather reimagine. This pause in tourism has allowed reassessment, and as travel again opens up, let's use this opportunity to preserve the pristine destination for the future of our people and our planet. Rethinking our habits. For example, use of single-use plastic is not a matter of change at one hotel or even one industry. Instead, it requires the support of every single stakeholder, from governments, policymakers, business owners, and consumers. Through the Global Tourism Plastic Initiative led by UN Environment Program, governments, industries, and citizens are taking action to reduce plastic pollution and participate in the global move towards circularity. Further, the Ministry of Tourism's National Strategy for Sustainable Tourism and Swadesh Darshan 2.0 initiative that we're hearing about today is exactly the kind of action and leadership that we need for responsible tourism, encouraging renewable energy, local ownership of projects, and respect and appreciation for the environment. And I can see there is so much to be optimistic about here in India, both for tourism and for the environment. In this year of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, beginning with the Panchamrit commitment made by the Prime Minister at COP26, with the ban on single-use plastics coming into effect, with the push for electric vehicles and mobility, with Indian leadership in climate-friendly technology and support to international partnerships like the International Solar Alliance and CDRI, all of this proves that ambitious climate action and development can and should drive together. Then tourism comes to the very heart of the Agenda 2030. It is directly or indirectly linked to every single sustainable development goal, from poverty to gender equality, to decent work and economic growth, to the reduction of inequality, sustainable consumption and production, promotion, and preserving our nature. The link to tourism across so many other areas of society is strong, from ecosystems and private sector to cultural life, means that sustainable tourism and the results of today's discussions and action can drive the achievement of SDGs across all value chains. The scale and the potential is simply enormous. In India, by 2029, tourism is expected to account for some 53 million jobs. The industry's direct contribution to GDP is expected to record an annual growth rate of over 10%, one of the fastest growing sectors in the country. And this is an area of partnership with the United Nations. And here I again reiterate our pledge to work with groups, including bodies such as UNESCO, Educational, Science, Cultural Organization, the UN, custodian of the World Heritage Convention, and create so many synergies. Opportunities, of course, go beyond the World Heritage Site. For example, UNESCO's partnership with the Indian Hotels Company recently launched, the first UN private sector partnership to preserve India's rich, living, and tangible cultural heritage, is bringing visitors to local communities to experience their unique art forms and culture. I myself recently had the opportunity to spend an unforgettable afternoon with the Kavalya community in Jaipur through this program, something I will truly never forget. All of this is not only just a good opportunity to save our people and our planet, it is good for business. That is fundamental. People are demanding social and environmental sustainability from their travel destinations and from their travel providers, just as they are demanding sustainability everywhere else. Today's discussion, in closing, I do believe shows that India is well positioned to become a global leader. And I would like to close with my pledge. Very much appreciate the pledge cards here. I'm sure every single one of you will make your own. My pledge is to support community-based homestays. I will be traveling together with my colleague Abdul Bagai to the Kutch area of Gujarat and staying a Seva-sponsored homestay in a village near Ramanpur for the end of the month. Very much looking forward to that. So let me close. Aaj ki charcha achi rahe. Bahut dhanyawad.
Thank you very much, Lisa, for your address and for elaborating on the campaign for elimination of single-use plastic as tourist destinations and the role of responsible traveler campaign in achieving the same.